Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The New Nasty Boys. I'm your co-host this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you decide to watch or listen to this thing, Billy DeVore. And sitting next to me is my co-host,
Chris Wynn!
Hey!
Oh, what's up, Nasty Nation? Welcome back to the Fart Dunge Tummy Drums.
God, I was like, I really need my breath here.
Yeah, that happens a lot, man. That's really embarrassing. Well, I'll just walk up to a stage to do a show and have to say, like, I am out of breath. Excuse me. You have no idea. I took 12 steps before I walked another 14 steps up here. So excuse me for needing to breathe.
It's difficult that it's elevated. You know how hard it is being above you?
You guys don't understand. You're not athletes like us.
You know how stressful and demanding it is on your endurance to be a stand-up comedian? Mm-hmm. Exhausting. I'm just sweating thinking about it right now. See, look, I got a little glisten.
Oh, my goodness. Don't think about it, brother. There's no steps here. Don't worry about it. We don't got any hot bright lights here.
Hold on. What are you talking about? Recovering from this red season is a 12-step process.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, come on. That was pretty good. That's a good way to start. How was your week?
Not bad. All things considered, pretty good. I avoided awful weather, all the thoughts out there. The people there that didn't avoid it. So I had some shows get canceled, so I stuck around here.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was good. That's one thing that sucks if you have to drive to a gig where you're driving through bad weather and you get to a spot where you know no one's going to be there. So we just avoided it.
Yeah, smart, because they're all holed up at home.
Exactly. Let's reschedule. But I did get to go to, what did I do? I did do hung out with Chris Walker. He's shout out 110 photo. He does he makes all the Cincy comics look cool.
Yeah, he does.
I did a photo shoot with him, and he has a really awesome apartment. It was pretty cool. Got to do some photo stuff there. So
yeah,
that was that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What about you? That was probably the gist of what I did.
That was brief. I think that's the briefest one we've had all season. On your weekend, that's all. No.
On my weekend? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, holy cow.
I had a show. It was supposed to be in Indianapolis on Wednesday.
Canceled.
Yeah, that got punted to coming up this week. The show, I was originally supposed to have two shows in Louisville. One got cut down to Friday, and that Friday now is going to be another week. I think I went out and did something else comedy related. I'm not sure, but I got to stay back. I chilled, bro.
Dude, that's so fucking nice.
Mm.
What did I do? Friday was the Queen's birthday.
Nice.
I don't know why I blanked on her birthday.
It was her anniversary.
It was her anniversary of life.
It was her quinceanera.
Would be her, second and a half quinceanera, second and a quarter?
Yes.
Okay, great. Because I was thinking Thursday we had a show together. Mm-hmm. We did Motormouth. That was super fun.
That was the thing. I couldn't think. I was like, I knew I did something else.
Yeah, Jake came, friend of the pod. Matt came, Clark came, and Jake brought his mom, and Graham came. And that was literally the audience.
Yes.
And I had a couple other friends that popped in too. But yeah, no. It was so fun. Closing it out, sweating up there, just having a real...
Oh, now you're going to get me sweating. That is a very sweaty basement. And everything we describe about the basement here, it really is the basement at Motor we're describing.
Oh, dude, it is truly a fart dungeon. It is a mix of mold from the leaky pipes in the bathroom and the mold from the leaky beer taps and then just the mold from being a 150-year-old building in a basement.
Yeah, it looks like the basement of a castle.
Yeah.
Where an old fraternity, I don't know, I was going to say swordsman. I was trying to think of like a nice word.
They call it the sword room, but it's just one sword that someone found at a thrift store and like, this is what we call it now. Mm-hmm. Well, I described it as the last room at a Diddy fuck party.
Oh, yeah.
That was super fun.
Surf. That was what I was trying to think of.
Ah, there it is. You found it.
Got it.
Nailed it.
But that was a fun show.
It was
very
fun.
intimate.
It was very intimate. Yes, that is a great way to describe it. We had like 15, 16 people down there, and it's a small enough room. It didn't matter. So it was super fun. And then Friday, Alicia and I went to Soto, and it was the first time we didn't leave with a doggy bag.
Wow.
We ate everything because our power was out for 16 hours.
Oh my, so you knew going in, like, we're going to have to, like, shove through this here.
Yeah, dude, we shoved, dude.
Yeah, there we go.
Strong
no relievers
shove.
coming in.
No relief, dude. We both pitched complete games.
There you go.
Complete game shutout. And I'm just sitting there refreshing, and she's like, are we done? Can we go home? I'm like, no, because we were just going to go home and sit in our fart pants and, like, chill and watch Dune Part 2 and just really relax and have just a very pretty chill weekend.
So we got to order some more summer sausage.
So our power didn't come on till 7 in the morning the next day.
Oh.
So I just kept refreshing. So it's like, do you want to go to this? We went to this place called the Hearth Room next to Bromwell's, a jazz club. Ran into some friends. And then we went with those friends to Longfellow. And then I refreshed my phone and it didn't say our power is back on. So I was like, guess we're staying to close. Mm-hmm. And so we went Longfellow, Liberty's, Milton's, home, got home at 2:30, and it was just so humid in the house.
Ugh.
And gross. Slept on the couch, woke up at 7 and moved to our bed just like, ugh. We weren't hungover. It was just we were tired from being out.
Tired from being out drinking.
We weren't hungover. We weren't hungover. We were, no. I wasn't.
We're hanging out with those jazz musicians. They take a lot out of you with all that syncopation. You can't keep up with them.
Dude, if I was hanging out with true jazz musicians, we would have been doing heroin.
Yes.
So that's why I wasn't hungover. Mm-hmm. I was strung out from heroin.
My apologies.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Big fucking difference, man.
1,000 pardons.
Yeah. What do you think that's called the Blue Wisp?
Hey.
Hey, come on. So it was, and then went, had to get some like an outfit for a friend's wedding. Dude, I found a crushed velvet jacket at Nordstrom Rack. It's going to be making a lot of appearances.
Oh, I bet.
It looks so fucking good. Went to our friend's wedding at the Newport car barn, literally right by here.
There's a car barn?
Yeah, dude, right down the street. It's a car barn / where my friend got married.
And no one told me?
No one told you about it. Yeah, so close to Lux Views, we almost went.
Oh.
I know. But Alicia was like, I'm not going to a strip club for my birthday. I was like, that's fine.
Well, that's your loss. I'll call you an Uber.
I'll call you because we're all going. So you can go to the Brass Ass. Well, we're going to Lux Views.
It's so weird driving by there and like there in the afternoon on a Wednesday afternoon. It's like, what are cars doing there? What are you doing?
You can see the daylight.
Yeah.
Peeking through. Why? Oh, I don't know. We still need to go.
We gotta check it out
go.
for science.
For science.
We gotta check it out. It's too close to like Bobby Mackey's where the whole the hell meets. And it's like the intersection, they're neighbors. Is Lux Views, Beelzebub, and then a bucking fake horse in a basement.
Dude, you almost got me spitting up my water over here too close to the hole of hell. Oh my god. Dude, that is so fucking true. Oh, the demons have crawled above the surface and they need jobs.
They need jobs.
Thank God for Lux Views.
They're wearing G-strings.
Vivant to no, that's vampires. Because we restarted what we do in the shadows. What a great show. But we did that last night. But yeah. Dude, so we have to go to Lux Views. My buddy who's in town, he lives in DC now. He's in the Marines. He texted me, he's like, dude, I caught an Uber to come down early to get some drinks. Found out that Playpen got sold. It's called Lucky Tavern now. I went, no, it's Lux Views.
Get it right.
Get it right. They tore out the carpet and they got rid of most of the bed bugs.
Most.
Which is so
The smell is nearly gone. Read the reviews.
The reviews say we didn't mix pneumonia with bleach.
Yeah.
We didn't do that. But dude, so I was like correcting him on the history of Lux Views. So just like, I gotta go.
They're the asbestos.
And then, so congrats to my friends Karen and Enrique. They got married. Very sweet. I've known Karen forever. And Sunday, the Bengals won.
Wild.
Holy shit.
I didn't think it was going to happen, to be totally honest. Like, I think after the first, when the Panthers had like a long drive for like their first possession, I was like, oh, here we go again.
This is it. It felt like it was like old Bengals back to when Andy Dalton took over for Carson Palmer and Carson went to Arizona. Mm-hmm. Then we went to Arizona and it was a real close shootout. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh boy, I hope this isn't a fucking part 2 of this bullshit.
It did feel like a relapse. That's what it felt like. Oh yeah, I remember this.
Oh,
I'm going to lie on the floor forever.
I was just watching. I'm like, oh, look, they're running a 7-yard in slant. Andy's perfect route. Mm-hmm. And they just kept nailing it. And Lou Anarumo was like, how do we stop him? I'm like, what do you mean? You worked with him for 2 years.
Where did he come from?
How was he doing this? You have plenty of tape on this guy. It's in the fucking building.
Yeah, come on, man. You got his number.
Oh, dude, ridiculous. So I'm glad they won, but it seems like the only way the Bengals are going to win this season is if Joe Burrow is perfect.
Yeah, and he's been pretty near perfect, minus the interception, but really that was a chase situation. Yeah.
On the route.
But yeah, dude, having the offense needing to be perfect in order to just beat the Carolina Panthers is not a good outlook for the rest of the season. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, especially with Baltimore coming to town on Sunday. Whoo, man, the winter won't be long enough.
It's going to be bad.
It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad, man. And a lot of people are going to lose their jobs.
Yeah, I think so. In a season where it has been hard to keep your job if you're a manager in a Cincinnati area for sports, look out, Bengals team.
Look up. Actually, you know what? No one's going to get fired. What are we talking about? It took people protesting and not going to what was Paul Brown Stadium. I remember going, and it was Bengals Cardinals, and it was a third full.
Really?
And it was all free tickets.
Jeez.
And Mike Brown looked out. He was like, maybe I do need to fire Marvin. We'll see how quickly these fans turn, because they are not as patient as they used to be.
I don't think so. Once they got a taste of not feeling like pieces of shit, I think they kind of liked it. Yeah. And so now that's the expectation.
And as it should be.
Correct.
So we'll see if that rolls over down the street to Great American Ballpark. But
Cincy Sports. It'll keep you humble.
It'll keep you real humble, man. They'll be like, the people will be like, man, why can't I get like better Bengals merch or better Reds official merch? It's like, why would you?
Because you're a piece of shit.
Because you're a piece of shit.
You're a pig.
You're an idiot. Do you think you're going to get something cool? No.
You don't deserve anything.
No, come on. Do you think you're going to get a sick fucking jacket from New Era? No, come on, or Nike. Get out of here. We'll print it for the White Sox, though. We'll do that. Bigger market, worse organization.
We'll print you double ply from Fanatics. Drink the brown water out of the river.
Drink the brown. Dude, did you, speaking of the White Sox, did you see that letter that Reinsdorf put out?
No.
He was just like, a really long letter. He's just like, this is unacceptable, and this is not how we like to do things here at the Chicago White Sox. I was like, your history says otherwise.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You're the Chicago White Sox.
Yes. You've been bad for a long time, and you had a failed rebuild, and you are a cheap son of a bitch. So when he's like, we expect to be better, I'm like, you can expect to be better.
I don't know. Tell that to your fans that were cheering on the record-breaking crappy season.
Yeah.
Seemed like they kind of anticipated it.
Yeah, they were like, man, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't go to this day game. And 14 people said, you know what? We should go. 14. Oh, my God.
Oh,
it's
rough.
so fucking funny, dude.
Could always be worse. That's what I tell myself.
Always worse. But we called it with Oakland. Did you see in the second to last game someone yanked a row of seats out?
That was rad. Good for them.
Good for them. They listened to the pod for sure.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for your support, brah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
The guy running onto the field, I was like, dude, this is awesome.
I thought there'd be more people running on the field, honestly.
I think so too, but I also think that people were so angry and respecting the final moments and treating it truly like a wake. And it was so sad watching just like the grounds crew, the people who'd been there 30 plus years, sobbing on the field like this is it.
It was a lot more solemn. Like once I started seeing like the grounds crew stuff, that was when it was like, oh man, this was people's homes. That was people's jobs for years. So it was much more than just, a sporting franchise. That was a lot of people's secondary home.
Yeah, their livelihood, man. What was real funny was they had Barry Zito come out and sing the national anthem for the last game. I was like, pretty cool. No Alex Schubert, but still pretty cool.
Yeah, what can he do? He's booked.
He's booked. He's very busy. He's on the IL right now. So you got to give it to him.
Blue larynx.
Fractured hymen. But it's just, and it was cool. They let like people go on the field, walk around, have their like final goodbyes as they get completely fucked in the ass by capitalism and rich pieces of shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're saying at least they lubed up their asses. They did that for them.
To quote one of America's sweethearts, Eric Cartman, at least wine and dine me before you fuck me in the ass.
Yeah.
You know? And they really did. John Fisher with the letter and then letting him be on the field. I have not searched eBay yet to find and see if anything fun is on there, i.e. the roller grill that I want. Yeah. But I will have to take a dive. But I feel bad for you, Oakland.
Yeah, this is a cash register that I bought legally. It's unopened.
Yeah. This is
Name your price.
It's a Samsung tablet that does tap. Comes with stand.
It's a Micros iPad. Like all the servers have.
Have you ever wanted to have a POS system in your basement?
Yeah, I'd love to have this here.
This is great. Holy cow. Have you ever wanted to charge your friends $19 for a beer? Here's our setup. We stole it from the Coliseum.
We stole a vending boy. We took him.
The whole thing. So let's get into some Reds news that happened. How do we launch into this? Gotta be respectful. That's how you do it. Pete Rose has passed away at the age of 83. The family hasn't disclosed how it happened and what caused him to pass away, but R.I.P. to one of the greatest Reds or baseball players ever on the field. Well, I mean, the hit record is never going to be broken. Sorry. I don't know.
I know.
I'm trying to be so reserved because, like, you can't speak ill of the dead, especially this recent. But it's just like, man.
If anyone that wouldn't want you to let up, it'd be Pete Rose. He wants you to barrel into that Ray Fosse shoulder.
Yeah, he wants us to hustle, put 110% forward, and always take the plus 120.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
If you do want to honor the Hit King, what you do, you go out to your local casino.
Yep.
Put a stack of chips down at the roulette table on 14 red.
Yep.
The Hit King might not work, but hey, it'd be fun.
You know, I might do that on my way home. I do pass the casino on my way out.
I honestly, I have won a decent amount putting money on 14 red.
No way.
I started doing that when I first started playing because I think it was a Ryan Singer maybe said something about like 14 red Hit King.
Yeah.
And then so I started putting money down. Got good luck the first time.
Yeah.
And so that kind of started. You got your numbers. 14 red. That's one of mine. Maybe it could be one of yours.
That's a good one. I went 5, 11.
Those are nice numbers. Ooh, those are good numbers.
Good numbers. 5, 11, 24.
Tell me you got a 3 in there.
I got a 3.
Dang.
7.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. 42.
Oh.
Come on, 14.
All right.
Dude, I just do like all the retired Reds numbers.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. So might have to go and just do that 14 red. Let her fly, dude.
Okay.
You know, that's what Pete would have done. That's what he would have done. As much as he did off the field and that we've talked about and didn't respect him as a person amongst the public eye, you can't deny what he did on the field, and he will be missed by many. We'll be thinking of his friends, family, and bookies in these trying times. We'll be doing that. Oh, God. Okay.
I know.
We got through it.
We did. A very controversial figure. Tremendous baseball player, not so much so outside the lines.
No, and we were very respectful.
We were.
We could have been a lot worse. And we have been in the past. So this is not the moment for that. If you want to hear it, just look up anytime in the description Pete Rose and watch those, and we got you covered. Or just watch the HBO doc.
There you go.
That's great. But R.I.P. Pete Rose, 83. We'll see you. We'll see you. That's like me just being like, yeah, I respect the family. We'll see you.
Slide whistle.
Slide whistle head first. So, okay. The Reds season is over. It is done. They got swept in Cleveland and then dropped 2 out of 3 in Chicago. They should have taken 2 out of 3, but, base running. Freddie, did you find that interesting that Freddie Benavidez called out Ellie from stretching that double into a triple?
Not really, because I think he just knows he has very few games to manage. I think in his mind, he's like, I want to win at least one game as a manager here, and I'm going to do the things that I think aren't going to have any repercussions for him. So, yeah, I think like there was very little, for him to lose by calling out Ellie, and it was good for him,
Yeah. He could be like, hey, you know how Nick Kroll said in that press conference? He said there needs to be more accountability. I said it.
Check it out.
Check it out. I did it, guys. I did my job. Where it's like, yeah, that's the least amount you could have done.
Yeah, it's kind of like when a relief pitcher throws at a batter knowing he's not going to have to go in the box later and have to bat. It's just like, I'll do whatever the hell I want. I'm not going to be here later.
I'm not going to be here. I'm going to hit this guy right in the tuchus, and then I'm going that way.
Yeah. Go over there and shoot him some hubba bubba.
You know what? After throwing that one pitch, I really need a shower. Mm-hmm. Get me in there. God. But no, if the Reds are considering Freddie Benavidez for the manager's job, then they are truly not moving forward, and it's just going to be a cycle of shit. But luckily, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I think they definitely have some other people in mind. Regardless of what Nick Kroll said, I think they do. I mean, I think initially they just wanted to move on from David Bell, but I do think they have a short list of some people in mind that they would like to have, but they do probably have a broad list at this point that doesn't really include Nick in that.
No, it does not. It does not at all. Other news. I didn't put this in here. I thought it was very interesting. John Mozeliak, president of baseball ops for the Cardinals, he's out. He's gone. They're tired of losing. They're tired of their just barely above 500 ways, just skating by. They're done. So who do they go get? Hein Bloom, who is known for blowing up the Boston Red Sox.
Really?
Known for trading Mookie Betts.
Wow.
Known for being, hey, you got to work on a budget and putting a decent team together and rebuilding a farm system in Boston that is looking promising. Problem was he was in Boston. They don't have a lot of patience out there. So he did what he was told to do, did a very good job of it, and I'm a little worried.
Yeah, well, if he's able to have success in Boston, but they weren't able to have enough patience for him. And if St. Louis is willing to give him that buffer zone, then that might be something to be concerned about. Also, just the Cardinals signaling, hey, we got some losing ways happening here is just enough to give me some pause. Like, okay, they understand there's a pivot point happening here, albeit a very down year with some good players.
Yes.
On the latter part of their tenure.
Yeah.
But not great news for the Reds.
No, those mouth breeding chowder cucks let a good thing go. And you're right, man. Like they have said that basically they've leaked it through the press, which was Bob Nightingale. Arenado's on the block. That's interesting. Because he said that he had a bad year, you're not going to get a good return on that. And he just signed a crazy extension, so you're not getting much. The other one is Wilson Contreras. He's on the block. They're not bringing back Paul Goldschmidt. But here's the big one. They are currently shopping Sonny Gray.
Interesting.
Who has a full no-trade clause, but would most likely be very happy to come back to Cincinnati.
Is that coming from Sonny Gray? That we know that he would be happy coming back here?
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean the Reds were in the running to sign him in this offseason. It just didn't happen. He ended up getting more money from St. Louis, is what I'm going to assume. But you are going to have to part with some pieces to get him back for his age. For 2 guaranteed seasons, his age 35, 36 season, and then a club option for $30 million for his age 37 season in 2027. Again, you're going to have to give up prospects. You're most likely going to have to give up one of your top 10 prospects within the organization. And you're going to have to pay him. Are you willing to do that for Sonny Gray?
There's a couple answers. It's a yes if or a no but.
Oh, I like both of those.
So, yes, if they can find an appropriate amount in addition to going after offense, because the biggest part of the Reds' issues this year primarily lived within their lack of offensive production. So, would I want to have, albeit a veteran arm, Very good in my rotation if we could afford it. Yes, but I would like that if we, in addition, went and got a nice bat.
Yes.
And the other one is no, but it would just be the opposite of that.
But it's just the complete opposite of like, no, but can't.
Yeah, it might be a little too much money, but it sounds nice. But if the money is right, in addition, we get a good bat, then yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate that. My thing is durability. Sonny Gray, like I've always said, is a Ferrari. He's not a practical everyday driver. He's somebody you add in there who will be like, if I get to the playoffs, he is giving me 5 1/3. At most, he's giving me 6 innings, and he's getting me like 11 strikeouts. That's really cool. But I want durability. I want a Haas.
Yeah, you want someone to go the entirety of the season, right?
Yes, I don't need someone taking 2 trips to the IL. I mean, Sonny Gray had to have taken 3 trips to the IL. How many games did he throw this year?
I don't think it was a lot.
He threw 20. He had 28 starts this year, which might be actually, the second most in his career.
We got 32. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. No, 31, 32. So 4th most, it looks like, in his career. So, I mean, really good in terms well, let's see what the innings looks like.
He's never pitched. He's never pitched above 2. Oh, he did 1 year. Pitched 2 years above 200 innings in his season. He pitched this year 186 1/3. That's solid. That's very solid.
I mean, if he can avoid the injury bug, which has been pretty pronounced on this team, that would be nice. However, I do hesitate just knowing the amount of good arms that we do have within the Reds organization. However, we talked about this before, and how many dividends it played off with having Frankie Muntas on the Reds organization and passing off that splitter like it's herps. So I think Sonny Gray can teach some of these younger guys how to not just pitch well, but layering their pitches and getting the best stuff out of what they currently have. So I think there'd be a lot of positives off of it, but the obvious downsides: age, lack of durability, and potentially more money than what we should be spending.
Oh, dude, yeah, more than you should for a guy like that. So Blake Snell has a player option for $38.5 million this coming off season. Coming in, he'll be in his age 32 season. I don't see him taking that. I see him becoming a free agent. Probably warranting around 30. He's going to want a long-term deal, looking probably around 38, 39 million, around the opt-out, but for like 5 years.
Yeah.
I would rather do that. Again, not my money at all. But I would rather do that than get Sonny Gray. And I know that's a substantial uptick. You're looking at, what, 25 million, I said, right? 30. You're looking at 25 million this year, 35 million next year. Eesh. So you're looking at 13, 14 million more. When you could go out, you could sign someone who's been a workhorse like Michael Wacha. You could go out and sign somebody who is a workhorse like, Louise. Who am I thinking of? You can get somebody cheaper like Luis Severino.
Yeah. I'm all for not doing what we've done in previous years, which is kind of band-aid a situation off of sometimes maybe a name that had a bit more gleam to it in years prior. And nothing against Sonny Gray. I think he'd be a great addition to the team. But the money-wise, yeah, I would much rather spend it in a situation where, what we saw this year with innings being an issue and health. So I would much rather bank on covering a spread of innings as opposed to like a few starts later in the year.
Yep. Yeah, dude. I don't know. It sounds nice on paper. God, I would love for them to sign Robbie Ray, though. That'd be cool. Who's a lefty, power lefty, pitched really well towards the end of the year. He's got a $25 million opt-out. I think he takes that. And then you sign him for 3 years and AAV of 32, 33. That you're spending the close to the amount of money that you would for Sonny Gray while also keeping your prospects.
Correct.
And then you can use those prospects to go and trade for a bat Or go out and spend money and get a bat. It's not our money. This is the window's wide. The window is open. Do it now because the Cardinals are telling you and signaling they're going to be bad.
Yes, and they're going to try to build off of that, and let's make the moves while we can because we have the time now.
We have the time. The window's open. The Brewers are young, and they're going to be good. They're going to continue to be good. They're going to be Milwaukee. They've shown that time and time again.
And we ain't got shit going on through October.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll speculate later, but I just wanted to bring that up and say I am not for it.
Yeah, I saw that circulating on Twitter. So, no, the money is too much. Nothing against Sonny Gray. I think he's a tremendous pitcher, and it would be fun to have him be amongst the youngsters, but the price point, not there.
Not there. Not for it. To close out the season, Nick Martinez and Rhett Lowder had really good starts. Nick Martinez, in his last outing, 8 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run, 3 Ks, 95 pitch complete game for our boy.
Right on, dude.
Fucking rad.
Got better and better, and this is the best start he had of the year.
Yeah. And you know what? The wind helped him. He took advantage of the situation, knew the wind was swirling, being like, you're either grounding out or you're flying out.
Yeah, and it sounds easy to saying that, but you watch a lot of these younger pitchers not using the elements in their favor. Nick Martinez did that to the T. And not only that, I mean, he was under 100 pitches.
Yeah, 95.
Oh.
Dude, and he, 2, 4, 6 pitches again. Just hitting them with 31 sinkers, and then just the mixed bag that comes after it. 18 changeups, 18 cutters, 13 curveballs, 13 fastballs, and 2 sliders.
Yeah, and he's keeping that nice collection there pretty much around the zone. And the ones that are dropping out are that changeup for the most part. So, I mean, that's effective.
Yeah, the fool you, fuck ya, get out of here pitch.
Get on out of here, you whippersnapper.
You get. And I'm like, man, I hope that's not his last start in the Reds uniform. That would be money well spent.
Yeah, I would love to see the Reds lock him up. I think he's going to be commanding a nice chunk of change now that he's put a collection of these starts together with the injuries that the Reds had in the starting rotation. So good on him. But he did just get a lot more expensive for us.
I don't think it's going to be as crazy as you think.
Yeah?
I really don't.
Well, that's good.
So he's going to opt out, which would be a $12 million deal. He got $14 million this year. I can see him. He'll be in his age 34 season. You'll be looking at a guy who's going to get an increase. He's probably going to look around $18 million. He's going to want a 2-year deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is 34 too, so I guess it's not going to be like a
Yeah, 2 years, 36. Give the guy the raise he wants. Keep him here. He likes to be here. Just give him the raise he deserves.
Yeah, that sounds good. Don't mess around with these people. You see what happens in clubhouses when you start jerking people around for cash. Bengals. Right. Where it's like, oh, they went cheap on defense. Well, it doesn't show or nothing.
Nothing. It's not like you get what you pay for.
Oh, my goodness. Cam Taylor Brick. Can I get another course?
Adult beverage. Oh, dude. It is wild in here. You got a mystery Diet Coke floating around.
Oh, get that out of there.
Get that out of there. Where it's like, oh, am I grabbing the right silver can?
I don't know enough about the Bengals to really talk about.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I got you. That's okay. This isn't a Bengals podcast.
I know, but it's about like throw shade at like a player that I don't really 100% know.
No, you did the right thing, though. You nailed it. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
So we'd like to see him back in a Reds uniform next season, but that's you give him the bump, you pay him, you keep him here, keep him with a tight knit group. It's almost like you want to run it back plus, like what the Phillies have done.
Would be great.
Would be great. We don't have to spend as much money as God, but
just a little bit,
just a little bit more. Rhett Lowder also had another really good outing. It's not a sexy line. 5 1/3, no earned runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, 1 K. That is not a sexy line at all. But you know what is sexy? To finish the season, a 1.17 ERA, baby.
Absolutely. This has been one of the bright, shiny spots within the Red season in 2024. It just absolutely came out and did a phenomenal job. I'm trying to think back of the starts that he had. He never seemed to lose it in an inning. Even at times where it's like, okay, he walked one. Oh, he walked another there. They got a little hit, and then all of a sudden finds a way to get a timely strikeout, get a timely pop-up, get a timely ground out. they're just swinging and just barely, getting the hitters to get themselves out. It seems to be something that he's figuring out.
Yeah, he's working ahead. He's always up in the count. It's always you're looking up. He's getting ahead. It's always 0-1, 1-2. He is just working that way. He just doesn't have the out pitch yet. We're like, damn, that's nasty. Like a Lodolo backdoor curveball or like Hunter Green slider. Like it isn't there yet. But again, this is a guy who's made, I don't know, 5-6 starts in the big leagues. Yeah, and he's warranted a spot in the rotation after looking this solid.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him in the rotation next year. I mean, all things, going forward, you hope if things go on the track they should be going, I would anticipate him being in the rotation next year. And I just can't wait to see what he can do to build off of this. Is showing such a strong, dominant, handful of starts here. It's been fun watching.
Dude, so fun. And he's going to be great next season. And you can slot him right in there. Mm-hmm. Slot him in the hole, baby.
Slot it,
bang it. Nick Martinez swinging between the bullpen and the rotation. And then we get to start speculating here soon. Not right now, because we're gonna do what we did last year, which we thought would change, but it sure fucking didn't. Which is each week pick a position, look at free agents. Here's who the Reds should target. Here's what they need to do. And that's what it'll be until the World Series happens. Luckily, this list is a lot shorter than it was last year.
Yes.
It's so nice. It's postseason time! We're here, baby! We made it. Today was interesting, to say the least, with the doubleheader that was going on where the games got delayed. You had a double header between the Mets and the Braves. Whoever wins that first game is going to the playoffs. And if that same team wins the second game, they eliminate the other person. But if that other team doesn't, then that team also goes to the playoffs. And that's what happened. And it just left Arizona sitting at home, twiddling their thumbs, wishing that they had another crack at another game. Mm-hmm. Do you think MLB handled it right?
I don't know how much they foresee how these things are going to pan out. I think what they did get right is making sure that it comes down to 162, but it did leave that last game kind of meaningless to those two teams.
Yes.
But it meant the world to one other.
It meant everything to Arizona, and they're just sitting there watching the Mets just swing through pitches and be like, we got to get done here. Move it along. We got to get on a plane. We're done here. Where the Braves are like, oh, they're just swinging at bad counts? Cool. We'll just keep giving them junk because they just want to get out of here.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what they're going to do to combat that. So one of those things, addition by subtraction, figuring out what they need to do to pull back. Because I do like the way the wild card game has worked out so far.
Yeah,
making the final games a lot more exciting, keeping way more teams involved. But that. Having that game be completely uncompetitive, it wasn't cool.
No, because that first game was incredible. It was one of the best regular season games I'd ever watched, knowing how much was on the line for both teams. Mm-hmm. 161 truly meaning something, and then 162 meaning nothing right after, and the bottom falling out after riding so high from that first game really was a bummer. And what sucks is, it punishes the Diamondbacks for having a roof.
Ooh, that's a bummer.
They battled the elements by saying, we're putting a cap on this place so we can always play. And they have control of 81 games where they can control the elements. And Atlanta doesn't have that. And it pushed through, and both of those teams made the playoffs.
It's really interesting.
I don't like it.
It's something to think about because there's been some conversations within Cincinnati about potential changes to some stadiums here. So I didn't really even think about that.
Think about this too. Arizona would have beaten both of those teams. I have zero doubt in my mind.
Right now, you think so?
Oh, yeah. I think that the Mets really did the Braves a solid by fully rolling over.
Oh, definitely.
A huge solid. Mm. Where, dude, I get it. I'm not a pro athlete. I'm not top form professional athlete. I get it.
Speak for yourself.
I get it. But these are your hated rivals. To roll it over and be like, well, we just made it and whatever. Wouldn't it just been nice to turn the dagger a little bit in their side and been like, not only did we beat you once today, we beat you twice today, and you're not going to the playoffs.
We eliminated you. How does that feel?
Dude.
How awesome would that have been for 2025 to start off the year? Oh, that would have been so much bile and poison.
Oh, it would have been way better.
Yeah.
That's a great storyline. Instead, we're trying to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, take a knee, run out the clock.
Yep, take out whatever.
I mean, you can't really blame him so much, but at the same time, it's just... It'll be a situation where, the organization is going to have to, where MLB is going to have to step in and try to finagle some things.
Yeah. One of the things that was interesting was that there were some rumors floating around that say the Mets won, then they would have forfeited. There's some arcane rule, Section 7B-C1 or whatever, where they could have found a way to forfeit the game and be like, we don't want to play. We don't want to play. And then the Mets would have won, and they wouldn't even have to play it. But they did instead, and it's still like, bro, this could have made for even more captivating television. Made it for... This could have really highlighted the sport. And instead, you had negative articles floating around like, how MLB screwed it up again.
Yeah, there was 3 teams today that had an opportunity to make it to the postseason. In the way they had so much, fun, climactic back and forth with one game, and then the others completely couldn't be further away from it. So what could have been a great entertainment day for baseball and to generate more interest, I think they need to look back at this and figure out how to improve.
Yeah, I don't know if Rosenthal said this in the article. I just skimmed it, but the idea of a neutral site. Why couldn't you have had a round robin? Why couldn't you have had, if you're going to play 2 games, you have the Mets and you have the Braves play 1 game. Okay? Mm-hmm. I get it. Have them play, and then the loser has to go play the Diamondbacks at that same stadium. Winner of that gets the other spot.
Ooh, I like that.
That would have been way more bad. That would have been way better.
Yeah.
Instead, we just get a lame duck way to end after such an incredible baseball game.
Yeah, I think that'd be another thing. The round robin stuff. Oh my goodness, that just made I just remember being like a kid playing round robin tournaments. That is filled with anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can get screwed a little bit.
Yeah.
But it does, for the sake of this situation at the end of the year, that would increase the entertainment value.
Yeah, would have throw 162 out of the books. Get it out. It didn't matter anyway. And the people playing the game, son of a bitch. The people on the field and the people in the dugouts, they didn't give a fuck about 162. Mm-hmm. So, why not make it interesting? It just sucks. I think they really missed an opportunity there. And it's not like they didn't know it was going to come down to this. They could have planned this the whole fucking time. They had all week. Mm-hmm. Stupid.
Well, hopefully they'll be able to come to some sort of agreement here and figure out a way to make sure that 162 means just as much as 161.
Yeah, dude, and I understand as well that this is a very unique situation. Mm. But you want 162, you want 163, and with the way that the postseason's set up now, and especially with what happened today, you're not getting that, and then it just continues to devalue the regular season.
True.
Ugh, dumb. So dumb. Let's launch into our postseason predictions.
Okay.
Here's what I said was going to happen at the beginning of the year. Okay? I said that the Phillies were going to win the NL East. Bing bong. Nailed it. The NL Central. I said the Reds were going to do it. I was wrong. Homer pick. NL West. Dodgers. Bing bong. Nailed it. NL wildcards. I said the Diamondbacks were going to get in. Wrong. I said the Braves were going to get in. Bing bong. Nailed it. And I said the Padres were going to get in. A lot of people said that they weren't sure about that call. A lot of people saying it. A lot of people discrediting me and what I'm saying to you. Padres. Bing bong. Nailed it. Who did you have in the NL?
What I had, I'm going to pull this one up here. I had the NL East. I had the Phillies. A ding-dong.
A ding-dong.
The Central, I also had the Red Legs. Didn't happen. Dodgers I had for the NL West. So, bing.
Nailed it.
Wild card, I was trying to find my picks. I think I was just kind of throwing them out on the fly, but the one I did have that I saw that I wrote down was Diamondbacks. No.
No. Hey, you got 2 of the divisions right.
Yeah.
Not bad. Mm-hmm. And I got 2 of the divisions right, and I got 2 of the wild card spots right.
Pretty good.
I'll take that. Mm-hmm. That's not bad. The AL, I had the O's winning the East. Oh, no. I had the Tigers winning the AL Central as a steamy hot pick.
Woo, girl.
They came close. Hey, they still made the playoffs. I'm counting that as a victory.
That's pretty nice.
And the AL West, I said the Astros. And I was right on that one. AL wildcards, I had the Mariners. Oh, no. The Rays. Oh, no. And the Rangers. Ugh, injuries, huh? Mm-hmm. Really screwed them this whole season. Who did you have?
Well, I also had the O's for the AL East.
Okay.
Central had the Twins.
Ooh.
And the West, I had the Rangers.
Oh, not so hot.
Yeah, and I think for wild card, I had the Astros.
Hey, you know what? Chalk that as a dub. Chalk that up as a dub because they made it. Mm-hmm. They made it. So, and then we'll do these picks, and then we'll go back and see, like, hey, who did we have winning the leagues and the whole freaking thing? Mm-hmm. All right, AL wild card. Boston at Houston. I have Houston in 2, and then I have Kansas City at Baltimore.
Did you say Boston?
Why did I say Boston?
We were just watching the Boston and the Yankees thing.
Why did I say? Yeah, that's right. Why did I type Boston in here? Did I have a stroke? I probably did. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
It's all right. People have strokes when they walk in here.
Yeah, it's the fart dungeon. Detroit at Houston. Mm-hmm. I have Houston in 2. Still doesn't change that it's Houston in 2. I get Scoobles apiece.
Now I have Boston winning.
Now I got them all. You know what? You know what? We need to play 165, 7, 8, and 9 to get Boston in here. I have the Detroit Tigers losing to Houston in 2. Kansas City at Baltimore. I have Kansas City in 2. Oh boy! I got a little upset there. Who you got for the AL wildcard this week?
Okay, I have Houston beating the Detroit Tigers. I don't got a game frame on it. They're just going to beat them.
They're just going to beat them? That's fine.
Yeah, I didn't write down how many games. But and for Kansas City versus the O's, I got Kansas City advancing.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Good. I just don't trust Baltimore's rotation outside of Corbin Burns and Zach Eflin, which is enough in a 2-game series. Or, sorry, a 3-game series. I don't trust their bullpen at all. When you have to DFA Craig Kimbrell the week before the playoffs start, you're in shambles, bro.
Yeah, I think they've each been going. The O's have been kind of trending downward a little bit, and KC been going up a little bit. And I think, again, with organizations, I'm starting to trust organizations a lot more than what I have in the past.
Yeah.
And so I think the Royals, given the time that, recently have been to the promised land, also having Perez still on the team, I think that'll be, he's been coming on strong. So I think Kansas City is going to put in a nice series here, and they're going to be playing the Yankees come the ALDS.
Yeah, they are. I trust Lugo and Reagan's over Eflin, Burns. It's just a fact. That's just what's going to happen. It's just a fact. NL wildcard, Mets at Brewers. I have the Mets in 2. They're playing. Dude, they've been playing hot. It took to today to get here. So they're just, and they get to fly out tomorrow and play. They get to stay in rhythm. That's huge. That is massive. And then Braves at Padres. I have the Padres in 2. The Padres are going to out-slug the Braves.
Okay.
By a million. These games aren't even going to be close. They're going to be barely watchable.
Okay.
The only way that they're watchable is that they're on your TV and your eyes are open.
Okay.
It's good. Whatever the over is, slam it. I couldn't be more confident in a series than this one by slamming they should only just play one game, to be honest. That's how bad it's going to be. Fuck the Braves.
Okay.
That's my NL. Who you got?
I have the Braves. No, I'm just kidding. No, okay. Given the Mets are coming off a miraculous win and things are really clicking for them right now, I just think the Brew Crew has put in too much work into the season. They are not going to go out easy. I think it's going to be a dogfight, but I do have the Brewers beating the Mets in 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as the Braves versus the Padres, I have the Padres winning. I just think the A's have been struggling all year just to get to this point. It's been rough for them, and the Padres are clicking, and I think their offense is just going, like you said, outslug.
It's just going to just destroy.
Yeah.
The Padres are on a war path. Mm-hmm. So that takes us to our AL and NLDS. ALDS, Royals at Yankees. Yankees in 3. It's just going to take the minimum. I totally get it. Kansas City had a magical run, a magical season. The Yankees can beat you 9 different ways.
Yeah, they have so much offense.
So much offense, and Cole, Rodon, Nasty Nestor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeesh. You got to see those 3, and then you get to see Cole twice in a series in 7 games. Yeesh.
Juggernauts.
No. There are 3 times in a 7-game, 2 times in a 5-game series. You're not messing around here. That's just what's good. That's it. Houston at Cleveland. I have Houston in 5. I think Cleveland puts up a fight. I think Cleveland's offense continues to be hot. I think their bullpen can carry them. Do I think their starting rotation can in the playoffs? No, but that's why it's 5 games. And Houston, it's Houston. Mm-hmm. It's all you got to say. It's Houston. Until proven otherwise, they are in the ALCS.
Yeah, well, I'll just pick up from there. I also have Houston advancing. Again, I think the organization just knows how to take the next steps, and I think the players kind of play calmly underneath that. Jose Altuve is going to be familiar with being in the situation. I think he's going to have a great series here. I have it going 5 games for that, and as well Kansas City versus the Yankees. I think this is definitely going to be the Yankees series to win, and I think Kansas also agrees.
Yes.
I think they're going to be just excited to get there and just get Salvador Perez, like another, run in the playoffs. Some of these younger guys, Bobby Witt Jr., some of the experience. I think that will be enough of a bite for them to be satiated. Yes. And then the Yankees will probably take them out 3-4.
Yeah,
that's what I see happening.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. They can go back home. Will it be? I forget how it's set up. I think it's 2 in Yankee Stadium, 2 in Kansas City, then 1 back in New York if it comes down to it. So Kansas City gets a home playoff game. Who would have thought? You would have told me at the beginning of this year, I was like, I think they're going to lose 93 games, but they're going to be fun. No one would have thought this. Nobody. Cool. Pretty cool. And then so your NLDS, Mets at Phillies in 4. They're a juggernaut. They got hot towards the end of the season. They took a little bit of a break, had to find themselves, made the right moves at the deadline to make their bullpen better and trade away pieces that they didn't really need and kind of gut out some of those problems. I'm talking about you, Sir Anthony Dominguez. Get out of here. And that 3-headed monster of Wheeler, Nola, Sanchez, good God. And then Sanchez and Ranger Suarez. You're 4 deep in the postseason. I know Suarez has had a great end of the season. He picks it up and he'll figure it out in the postseason. So I've got the Phillies in 4, and then Padres at Dodgers. Padres in 5. Woo. If it goes 4, I'm not shocked, but I think it's going to go 5 just because of the Dodgers offense. Do you trust Landon Knack? Ask yourself that. Do you trust Landon Knack? And if you say yes, you're an idiot. A guy who was in AAA this year, who's going to be your number 3 starter in the postseason, you're telling me Walker Buehler's right? No. Get out of town. There is no way that the Dodgers, with their starting pitching, can sustain a 5-game series and just keep wheeling out their bullpen, hoping for the best and to outslug the Padres. Because the Padres can outslug you, and they can outpitch you in every department.
That is a good place for me to say, I got the Dodgers. I do. I got the Dodgers beating the Padres. I got this going 4.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and here's why I think it. Because I am saying this because I'm believing in Shohei. I'm believing in the organization. I'm looking at these teams as far as what have they done. Well, I know in the past the Dodgers have really cramped the bed as far as postseason, but I think this is a year where I feel that they're going to advance past the NLDS.
Wow.
I think it's going to happen. I just don't want to be the one to say Shohei can't put a team on his back. I hear you on the pitching, which is why I don't have him going much farther.
Okay. Oh, yeah, spoiler alert.
I know. But I just think the offense is going to be there. I just think I just feel some magic around this team. I think the Dodgers are going to put up, a heck of a run here. So I got the Dodgers edging out San Diego in 4.
Ooh.
And then
edging.
Oh, they edged them so good.
Couldn't resist.
And this, I have Phillies versus the Brewers. It's going to be a dogfight, but I think in 5 games the Phillies are going to win.
Yeah.
It's going to be Phillies are just a team that's built for the postseason. The Brewers had an amazing regular season, but I think the buck stops with the Phils.
Ooh, there we go. I dig it. So to start the year, I had the Rangers winning the AL. The Rangers winning the NL. Yeah, they switch leagues.
No one would see it coming.
No one saw it coming. Winning the AL, I have the Rangers, and winning the NL, I had the Phillies. Now, for the NLCS, what we have here, I have Padres at Phillies. Phillies in 6. They're complete. I've liked them since the beginning of the year. I'm not getting off that train. This is where when you build a core and you keep them together, and they're all vets coming up together and bringing the kids along. Man, that's a recipe to where it's your 3rd trip in a row to getting in this postseason after building this juggernaut. This is the year you do it. You extend everybody. I feel like this is their best window to do it. Because, next year everybody gets a year older. And the year after that, everybody gets a year older. It's a little scary. But this year, I feel like they're all ripe and they are just humming. So I've got them in 6 against the Padres. For the ALCS, Houston at the Yankees. Yankees in 7. I just think they outslug Houston. I think Houston's young pitching comes up just short to start for the year. I understand that their bullpen is nasty at the back end and that they can throw some guys in the middle. But I think the Yankees, can just beat you in more ways than Houston can. So I've got the Yankees in 7. Who you got?
Well, let's see. I think to
start the year.
To start the year, I had I went with the Reds. I was going to home. I was feeling real high on my guys, man. I got high on my own supply. So I had the Reds winning the NL, and then I think for the AL, I had the Astros. Again, betting on the organization.
Yeah.
And let's see what I got down here for
for winning the NLCS.
All right, for winning the NLCS, I have the Phillies.
Yay!
I think they're going to win in 4. I just think at this point the Dodgers are going to be spent, and the Phillies are just going to roll on over to the World Series.
I think so too.
Okay, and then for Houston versus the Yankees, I just think the Yankees are such a strong offensive force. You cannot stop them. You cannot contain them. They're going to just blow you away.
There we go. So, our World Series, we both have Yankees, Phillies. At the beginning of the year, I said that the Phillies were going to win the whole thing. Has my sentiment changed? Fuck no. Phillies in 6. It's going to be a great World Series, though. I just really hope that somehow, some way, a wild card team somehow finds a way and screws up this matchup, because this is what baseball deserves. Two East Coast juggernauts just slugging away with elite starting pitching, getting after it, dude.
Dude, the people that you want to see Aaron Judge, you want to see Juan Soto, you want to see those types of like big
Bryce
players.
Harper.
Yeah. Schwarber in there.
Schwarber. You want to see Zach Wheeler, dude. You want to see JT Realmuto. You want to see baseball stars on the biggest stage. And guess what? That includes one of the biggest franchise in all of sports globally, the New York Yankees.
I want to see it. And I want to see them lose so badly. That's one of the things. I want to see them lose on the biggest stage. But the organization. I really do like seeing Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. They're phenomenal, generational talents. And so, yeah, I want to see them on the biggest stage.
I do too. I just want it. The sport needs it, honestly. Because last year's World Series, Game 1 was incredible. But the other games were duds, dude. The Diamondbacks ran out of steam because they weren't built to be there. These teams are both built to be there.
Yeah, I would love to see this because it'd be such an entertaining series to watch. And just think about the markets that would bring in. Be huge.
Huge. And look, I know baseball wants the Dodgers in there because Japan, because Ohtani. Just not this year.
Yeah.
They can go out and spend more money than God again next year. But in the meantime, 2024, you got the Phillies hoisting the Commissioner's Trophy.
That's how I got too.
There we go. Put money on it. I don't know if you want to, but I know I am, and I did a pretty good job last year. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. It's push all the way through this whole season. Dude, I'm just so glad red season's over, and we're getting to playoff baseball. It's my favorite time of year.
Yeah.
God, this is my fucking favorite time of year.
Oh, just imagine how much better it could be if we were there. I know, and I do love baseball. While people are wearing hoodies, is the best time of year. It's such a wonderful, it's just a little bit nippy out there and it's not really hot. It's great. Unfortunately, our Red Legs didn't make it in there this year, but there's going to be some really great series, going to be some really great baseball, and it's going to be really fun to watch.
March and April are like, it's hopeful. The season's young. You got a hoodie on. I got my satin Reds jacket. I'm sitting there. I've got a hoodie on under my jacket. I'm eating a Sky Rosa. Hot, warm, and it's warming me up. Mm-hmm. I'm wanting it. Not like in July where I'm like, hey, you gonna do Sky Rosa? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. No, it's so hot and gross out. Fine. Ooh. Where now, I'm looking forward to it. And then I want it in October. I want a nice, it's so cold out. I've had my 90th Sky Rosa. Give me that. Give me that. But in the meantime, this is still my favorite time of year because baseball playoffs, NFL early part of the season where there's still hope for everybody. Everybody's playing their tails off and everything's competitive. College football, start of the NHL. Whew. We're getting sports equinox at the end of the month too.
Yeah.
With the NBA, dude. It's one of my favorite weekends of the year where every sport is playing.
Oh, yeah, you're probably going to hit the rounds too. FC's going to be still going on.
It's hope.
Mm-hmm.
At least we have one local team in the playoffs.
That's true. Great on you.
Great on you. Organization. Believe in it. Mm-hmm. Round third. And head for home. What do you got, pal?
Indianapolis. I'll be there Wednesday. I don't really know where it's at. So I'll figure that out. So I'll see you Wednesday. And then I will be rescheduling some shows in Louisville, I think, coming up in October. So pay attention to that. Billy, what you got?
Right on. I've got shit for the next couple weeks, but I don't have anything to promote this week. October 17th, maybe. I think that's a date on the calendar. That's the next High Grain show. We're actually going to have it this time.
Nice.
Okay. Launching tomorrow will be a ton of this player helped me win my fantasy league. So many of them. Doesn't matter if you're a fan of the team. You're a fan of that player because he put you over the top. And for me, it was David Peterson for the Mets. Because on Sunday, he gave me a gem. 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 walk, 8 Ks, no runs. Quality start right there. He helped me out in a lot of categories. Do I like the Mets? They're fine. But do I like him? Yeah, I'm going to wear that shirt. I'm going to flaunt it to my friends in my draft and all postseason when I'm hanging out with him.
Yeah, because he helped you win your fantasy league.
Because he helped me, baby. He helped me. So check it out. There's going to be a ton of players available. And I'll promote it again next week. And I wonder which player I'll be wearing. It's a tough one. Might be a guy that I really want the Reds to trade for. Maybe. Who knows? So, in theclutch.com, promo code NASTYBOYS, all caps. And we also have a ton of playoff stuff coming. So, if you want to get on a bandwagon, hop on with some really cool stuff. Promo code NASTYBOYS, all caps, 10% off. And thanks for having me in the Fart Dunge.
Hey, it was a great season, buddy.
You know what? It was a great season. Postseason, here we come. Let's see if we can get it right.
Yep.
And thank you for watching and or listening. And as always, go Red Legs.
Go Red Legs.